Each year, thousands of people descend to Ybor City for a night of fun. Spectacular illuminated floats, smart stepping marching bands, and yes, there are beads, and more beads. This is the Crew of Santiago Illuminated Night Parade, presented by MOR. Behind the beads, too. Now, overlooking the parade route at Zydeco Brewworks on 7th Avenue, here are your hosts, JP Peterson and Haley Hunter.
Hello and welcome to historic Ybor City. I'm JP Peterson, and my co-host for tonight's festivities, Haley Hunter. Welcome to this beautiful night.
Thanks, JP. You know, I must confess, I've never been to a night parade before, but from what I've been seeing tonight, I'm super excited.
This is going to blow your mind, and you as well, as we take you behind the scenes and we show you all the sights and sounds of the Crew of Santiago Illuminated Night Parade and so much more. So what is the night parade? Well, it is the largest of its kind in the Southeast and a tradition during Gasparilla dating back to 1974. Now, the Crew of Santiago was chartered back in 1972 by some very influential local businessmen, and they're dedicated to the preservation of Tampa's rich Latin heritage.
And we have a special guest who is on the MOR parade float. He is Steve Wilkos, host of the Steve Wilkos Show, seen here on MOR TV. You might remember that he was originally seen on the Jerry Springer Show as their head of security, but he now brings a unique style to his show, and we'll learn much more about him later in our show.
And as we mentioned, this parade is the Crew of Santiago, but there is so much more to the crew than just costumes, debutante balls, and parades. They have established an education foundation that has helped countless Latin American students throughout the Tampa Bay area. You will hear from the founder and meet some of these incredible students later in the show.
And of course, what is a Crew of Santiago parade without our mayor? And this will be Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn's final parade as mayor. Since 2011, he has led our city into unprecedented prosperity. And JP, I know you had the chance to chat with him recently, and he has some interesting thoughts about the parade.
Yeah, that's right, Haley. You know, I had a chance to talk to the mayor earlier this month at the proclamation dinner at the Italian Club right down here in Ybor City. And I can tell you, he's very much looking forward to this night as Grand Marshal.
You know, for an Irish guy to be the Grand Marshal of the Santiago Parade, clearly I have done well in life.
What are you expecting?
You know, it's such a Tampa tradition. It's part of who we are. It reflects the diversity of this amazing community. People love it. I love it. I get to talk a lot of trash, and it's a good night. It's a good night.
So how has this last Gasparilla been for you? Is it a little bit bittersweet for you?
Yeah, it is. You know, knowing that 90 days from now I will not be the mayor and my jokes will not nearly be so funny. But I've enjoyed this, and I love elevating this whole season, both with the Mystic Crew and Santiago. I mean, it's a great Tampa tradition. Nowhere else in the country can you find what goes on here during these couple weeks.
And kind of a hidden story behind all the partying are things like the Education Foundation here. Over $2 million raised for Hispanic youth and their education. It's a tremendous legacy.
You know, you think about these guys that are in this crew, descendants of immigrants, many of whom came here with nothing more than their shirts on their back, no money, didn't speak the language. And this generation has built itself through education, through work experience, and now they're giving back. And so they're reaching down to help young Hispanics who they don't even know have the same opportunity that was given to them. It really makes you feel good about this city, and particularly about the members of the crew.
Well, I'm sure it's not going to be hard to spot the mayor down there as Grand Marshal, so let's toss it down to Haley and see if she can catch up with the mayor between beat throws.
JP, I've just spotted the mayor, and we're going to chat with him for a little bit.
Mayor.
How's it going, Mayor?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How does it feel to have this be your last parade, and also as Grand Marshal this year?
The Grand Marshal part feels good. The last parade not so good.
Well, I wish that we'd see you again.
You'll be stuck with me.
What's your favorite part?
I'll be part of the problem next year.
What's your favorite part about the parade so far? I see you've already got a lot of beads on you.
Yeah, just seeing the kids and the joy that the kids have and the excitement in their eyes. It's such a Tampa tradition, and it's part of who we are, and I love it.
Thanks, Mayor. Have a great time.
Bye. It's good to see you. Thanks.
Here comes the Crew of Santiago. Let's go catch up with them and see what kind of time they're having right now.
Yeah, so all of this is the royal court. Got my kids, got the king and the queen up here, and we got some knights following the float.
How do you make a float like this?
That's actually a great question.
You having fun?
No, a lot of fun.
You having a beat?
I hope so.
When we come back, more from Night Parade Behind the Beads 2, right here on MOR. Welcome back to Night Parade Behind the Beads 2 on MOR TV. From Ybor City, here's J.P. Peterson.
And welcome back to the Night Parade. You know, MOR TV is pleased to welcome back one of their big celebrities, and that's Steve Wilkos. Now, Steve took part in the parade a couple of years ago, but he's back again this year, and he wants to make a huge impact on the Tampa Bay community.
I see you every day.
Yeah.
I never thought I would meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that impact included a Friday visit to the VA hospital in Tampa. Steve is a retired Marine and always likes to spend time chatting with the soldiers.
Oh, but probably at the same time my dad. My dad was a paratrooper in Korea.
Korea?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You got, but you got to have this one because this has got like a really good-looking guy on it. See? Army?
Yep.
When were you in?
1977 to 1983.
Oh, okay. So our service overlapped a little bit.
And earlier today, we caught up with Steve at the Central Ybor pre-party for WMOR as he visited with some of the fans. Steve, your third time here. What do you expect this evening? You're a veteran now, so you've seen what this is all about.
Well, I mean, it's usually the same thing every year. People in really party atmosphere and having a great time, and I'm amazed at how many people do turn out for this. Great crowd, so I'm expecting the same.
You do a lot of these type of events, but this seems a little bit different with the costumes, the floats, the night atmosphere.
Yeah, the only thing that I ever really did just like this was Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and that was 20-some years ago with Jerry. So this is neat to do because it's a little more on a smaller scale and it doesn't wear you out as much. And it's a lot of fun, and it's just a smaller version of the big Mardi Gras event, so it's really nice.
And you got a chance to really interact with folks. I know last night here at Ybor City and during the parade as well. I mean, these are your people. Is it fun to interact with them?
Well, it's nice to interact because it seems like everybody likes the show, and everybody's very nice to me, so it's always nice to get out and have people say, you know, how much they appreciate the show, so it's always nice. World War II?
Now, you're a retired Marine, and you got a chance to go to the VA as well and visit with some of the guys there in the hospital. What was that experience like?
You know what? I always have a close sense of unity with fellow veterans. I think if you served in this country, you'll always have that connection with other veterans, and it's nice to go. You know, when you're in a VA hospital, you're obviously down on your luck health-wise. How you doing? You know, I know even when I was in the hospital, there was some kind of procedure. It's always nice to have a visitor and somebody to come and say hi to you and spend a little time with you. So it's always nice to do that.
Do you get some of the stories from the guys and just really get that perspective of what heroes they are? And so sometimes I don't think people understand some of the sacrifices they've made. Can you?
But that's just the whole thing. Unless you do it, it's really hard to understand. You don't realize, not only when, like we're at the VA hospital, these guys have suffered injuries and need medical attention, but just the fact of serving in the military when you have to leave your family behind and maybe not see your family for a year or even longer, the sacrifices that you give, maybe that you get called up to active duty and you're leaving a lucrative career to, serve at, make a lot less money, but you're serving your country. So there's so many different sacrifices people don't even think about that the men and women in our country, when they serve, what they're giving up.
When you come to events like this and you interact with the folks, do you sometimes think of the bigger perspective of yourself and your journey and your story, being a Chicago cop and now literally a worldwide celebrity? I mean, how cool is it to think of that?
You know, to be honest, I say it all the time. I really enjoy my life. I really do, and I'm very fortunate. But I was just as happy being a cop. I mean, I loved being a police officer. I loved getting the bad guy. I always felt a sense of accomplishment when I helped somebody out. So I was very content being a police officer. My dad's down here. He's retired, and he was a police officer for 30 years, and that was going to be my life. But I certainly appreciate the opportunity I've gotten because it doesn't come along very often for many people. But I also feel good that with my show, I'm still able to do the same good I did as a policeman on my stage. Well, with my show, people are like, keep doing what you're doing, and I'm really proud of what you... So when you get those kind of compliments from doing the show that we set out to do, it's very gratifying.
And coming up later in the show, we'll have some highlights from the Steve Wilkos Show, as seen here on MOR TV every weekday at 2 and 3 p.m. Okay, let's toss it down to Haley and see if she's caught up with the MOR float, who has my favorite Family Guy character, Stewie.
All right, guys, I found him. Here's Steve Wilkos. Steve, how are you having a good time tonight?
I'm having a great time.
What brings you back here for your second parade now, right?
Well, first of all, Tampa's always been good to me. I love coming to Tampa. It's great to get out in the winter in New York. And this, I mean, how can you not have fun doing this?
What is your all-time favorite part about this night parade?
This right here, like seeing the fans, and it's awesome. So
Will we see you next year?
every time they invite me, I'm here. So
Thanks, Steve. Have a good night.
thank you.
When we come back, more from Night Parade Behind the Beats 2, right here on MOR. Welcome back to Night Parade Behind the Beats 2 on MOR TV. From Ybor City, here's JP Peterson.
And welcome back to the Night Parade. You know, it's a lot of fun here. Guys are partying, they're throwing out beads, but there's a lot more than just the party going on. There's some very big-time charity work being done. Recently at the Proclamation Dinner, we found out about the Education Foundation of the crew and met some of the students whose lives and families have been changed forever.
So the foundation was started about 25 years ago, and we got together, a few of us got together and said, you know, we need to be more than just a group of guys that has a coronation ball and a parade and has a good time. We really need to do something to give back to the community that really goes to what we are about, which is enhancing and promoting our Latin culture. So we came up with the idea of the foundation to provide scholarships for Hispanic children and that are in need. And we currently have several scholarships at Hillsborough Community College, University of Tampa, and University of South Florida.
Tell me about some of the success stories, if you could, a couple of folks that benefited from the foundation.
There are so many. I mean, we've provided $2 million of scholarships, so you can imagine. You know, one that sticks out is probably one of our state representatives, Jackie Toledo, is one of the original beneficiaries of our foundation several years back. And just like her, there are so many other stories.
So what message would you have for the people that have donated, and given money to this great foundation, and the guys that run the crew? What message would you have for them?
It's just a huge thank you, because I don't know if they know exactly how life-changing it can be to receive the scholarship, but it changed my entire outlook on life, and it really created a lot of opportunities for myself and my family moving forward. So huge thank you.
I'm a first-generation student, so you know, coming from a family that never went to college, it's kind of like, it's very rewarding. So once I went to college, I took on the opportunities to study abroad, get into more, you know, extracurricular activities, volunteering at a Department of Correction. So it kind of just helped me build more of what I want to do for the future.
And Simon's dedication to the Education Foundation extends beyond the Proclamation Dinner, as evidenced here on the eve of the parade with this great fundraiser at Kelly Day's Firehouse Tavern. Steve Wilkos stopped by for a quick hello. This kickoff party is a great part of the parade weekend. All right, let's toss it back down to Haley on the parade route. We told her to go find the Rough Riders. Just look for a guy that looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
You're right, JP. Here are the Rough Riders. Let's go chat with them as well. How's it going?
It's going great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You guys have about 11 of these annually parades. What makes this parade so special for you?
It's the first lighted night parade of the year for us. It kind of kicks off our season after Gasparilla. It's just a great overall parade.
Can you explain to me the significance of all of your outfits on the float today?
Well, so our crew represents and is an homage to the first U.S. Volunteer Cavalry, the Rough Riders, led by Teddy Roosevelt. They came from Texas, arrived in Tampa, left from Tampa to go fight the Spanish-American War in Cuba.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great night.
Have a good one.
When we come back, more from the Crew of Santiago Illuminated Night Parade on MOR TV. Welcome back to Night Parade Behind the Beads 2 on MOR. Here's your host, JP Peterson.
And welcome back to the Night Parade. It is an electric evening out here, as it always is for the Illuminated Night Parade. It always brings out the biggest partiers in Tampa Bay. At events like this, people are always asking Steve, what goes on behind the scenes at the Steve Wilkos Show? Well, take a look.
The toughest talk show host on TV.
We're dealing with serious topics. If somebody needs help, they're being abused, being mistreated, we're going to do it.
With the compassion of your closest friend.
One of the reasons why we do the show is to expose people for what they are. And it's very brave of you to come forward and share what happened to you so you can put a stop to it. You came here and you didn't have any men in your life and you had trouble trusting men. Now you got two, and if you want to throw me in the mix, you got three.
When a show just keeps getting bigger.
Don't let a guy control you.
It keeps getting better.
And the truth always comes out at the end.
The Steve Wilkos Show, the ultimate authority of daytime television.
Thank you for bringing me to the Steve Wilkos Show. Thank you.
Okay, there's a new float in the parade this year. It's the Crew of Semper Fi. Now, earlier today, we sent Haley down there behind the scenes to catch up with those guys and Steve, a retired Marine.
Thanks, JP. I'm actually down here with Sid right now, one of the co-founders of Semper Fi, and it's your first year at this parade.
Yes, it is. This is our first time here. We're really excited.
What's the parade been like for you so far? What's that experience been like for you?
It's been phenomenal. The people have just received us so well because they're just a patriotic, great group, and that's what we're trying to give back to all of them.
I'm loving all of the outfits here on the float. Tell me the history behind those.
Well, we built Frank the Tank, and we were trying to figure out a costume to go with it, and since Rosie the Riveter was so iconic, and we came together to do this as a team, so we thought her and the factory workers just blended all together.
That's amazing. And what are some of the things your organization does each year, besides just the parade?
We hold an annual Run for the Fallen, which is a free event to honor all the fallen heroes from Iraq and Afghanistan. We have a Yellow Ribbon Project where we send free yellow ribbons all across the globe to anyone who has someone deployed. And we work with local organizations that work with military. Right now we're working with the Gary Sinise Foundation to get a home adapted for a wounded warrior.
That's amazing. I know you guys got to catch up with Steve a little bit earlier. What was that like, and what did you guys talk about?
It was wonderful. We got to talk about his experience going to boot camp and being a Marine, and it was just nice to him to see that we're here for them, and it was really neat.
JP, here are our Marines. I'm here with
Kristen Maximo.
Talk to us about the float. What's the structure? How was it made?
So we built it ourselves. We had a group of volunteers as well as all veterans, and they built this float. It's Frank the Tank.
What's your favorite part about the float?
I mean, look at it.
You know what? I just happened to find the Marine of Marines on the Semper Fi float. What's your name?
Staff Sergeant Rich.
Can you talk to me about what is so special to you about this day, being here and being on this float?
Well, this day for me is actually new to me. I'm actually from Charleston, South Carolina, so actually getting to experience this and seeing how people actually love the military is something unique about Tampa, and I really do love Tampa.
Will we see you here next year?
Yes, you will see me here next year.
When we come back, more from the Crew of Santiago Illuminated Night Parade on MOR. Welcome back to Night Parade Behind the Beads 2 on MOR. Here's your host, JP Peterson.
And welcome back. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the night parade and maybe learned a few things about the Education Foundation and been inspired by some of those incredible students as well. I've had a great time. We want to thank the folks at Zydeco Brew Works here for hosting us. Haley, how was your first trip through the night parade?
JP, as I mentioned earlier, this is my first ever night parade, and I have to say it was much more than I even expected.
I'm just glad you survived all the bead throwing because people can't get hurt. All right, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's show, and once again, we thank the great crew of St. Iago for making this incredible event happen each and every year, and all the crews who participated. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm JP Peterson. Hope you've enjoyed the Illuminated Night Parade.
All right, we're down here with India and all of her sisters. Are you guys having a good night?
San Diego Night Parade.
You gonna go?
The best parade ever.
Hey, ladies, are you having fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are your names?
My name is Shelby.
Joey, where did you guys get your beautiful dresses? I love them.
We got it from home. We got it from jail.
Well, you both look like princesses to me. I hope you have a good night, okay? Which one of you has the best costume?
Oh, that's got to be our former Baron right here. He's got the best costume. Absolutely. I'm just a lowly squire.
San Diego Night Parade.